This video, we're going to evaluate a function at a particular value that's given. We're going to start off by evaluating a function at a numerical value. So we're given the instructions to find f of 2 when f of x is equal to x squared plus 3x minus 7. To evaluate the function f of 2, we're going to say f of 2 is equal to 2. We replace the x's with 2's here. Leave everything else alone. Now we're going to follow our order of operations. Take care of our exponents first, then our multiplication. Then we add and subtract from left to right, like so. So we get that the answer is f of 2 is equal to 3. Let's try sticking in a negative number this time. F of x equals x squared minus 5 divided by x plus 3. So let's stick in -1. Again, we're going to figure out our exponents first. Then we need to take care of the numerator and denominator before we do the division for the fraction. And the last thing we're going to do is this division. And we get our answer that f of -1 is equal to a -2. I'm going to try and do one more here before I clear the canvas. So f of x is going to be equal to the absolute value of x minus 6. Stick in a -9. The absolute value of -9 minus 6 is a 9 minus 6, which is 3. So f of -9 is equal to 3. When I do this evaluation, I should end up with ordered pairs that would tell me a point that's on the graph. So for instance, 2, 3 is on this graph. -1, -2 is on this graph. And -9, 3 is on this graph. All right, let's try something a little bit more complicated than those past few. Let's find f of 2 when f of x is equal to the square root of x squared plus 3x. We don't always have to have our function called f. It's just our default in this case. So that's what I'm writing all the time, but it could be called g or h or capital C or capital P or so many other things. So we could let the function name be, especially if that letter would be meaningful to us. So we might use P for price or profit, C for cost, T for temperature, something like that. We don't have to use a little f every single time. So here f of 2 is going to be 4 plus 3 times 2. So that means that I have the point 2 and the square root of 10, like that. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to stick in an expression instead of a number. So I want to find f of -x when f of x is equal to a -2x squared plus 3x plus 3. So that means that f of -x is going to be -2 times a -x squared plus 3 times a -x plus 3. Take care of my exponents first. Now I'm going to take care of my multiplication. And I don't have any like terms. So there's my f of negative x. F of negative x is going to be an important thing to us in a couple lessons when we talk about even and odd functions. And when we want to test for symmetry. So let's practice one more of those. F of x is going to equal x over x squared plus 5. So f of negative x is going to be a negative x over quantity negative x squared plus 5 in the denominator, and give me a negative x in the numerator, and an x squared plus 5 in the denominator. So there's what my f of negative x is. Right? Let's clear the canvas. We'll try something else now, which is going to be not f of negative x, but negative f of x. So we want to find negative f of x when f of x is equal to negative 2x squared minus 3x minus 1. So a negative f of x is a negative times f of x. So negative f of x is going to change all the signs inside f of x. Like that. That's going to be something that we're going to have to do a couple times in this chapter. Let's try another one of those. So our negative f of x is going to be negative of the absolute value of x minus 3. When we distribute that negative, we get a negative absolute value of x plus 3. I'm going to give myself plenty of space for these next ones. Now we're going to find f of x minus 1 when f of x is equal to 3x squared plus 4x plus 6. So f of x minus 1 is going to be 3 times the quantity x minus 1 squared plus 4 times the quantity x minus 1 plus 6. We got to take care of our exponents first. I think you guys probably know how to FOIL at this point and take care of a perfect square trinomial. If you don't, you can go back and watch some videos on that I have here. And we're going to distribute now. And then we're going to add our like terms. Like that. And this is what f of x minus 1 is equal to. Let's try one more example of that. We're going to find f of x plus 1 when f of x is equal to x squared minus 2 over x plus 3. So f of x plus 1 is going to be the quantity x plus 1 squared minus 2 over x plus 1 plus 3. That's going to be x squared plus 2x plus 1 minus 2 over x plus 4. That makes f of x plus 1 equal to x squared plus 2x minus 1 over x plus 4. And that doesn't simplify anymore. Do this. We've got just a few more here. Now we want to find what f of 2x is when f of x is equal to 2x squared minus 5x minus 5. So to do that, we're going to put 2x in for all the x's, like so. And we're going to take care of our parentheses there that were raised to an exponent before we take care of the multiplication. And there's our final answer for that one. Let's do another one where we're going to find f of 2x. This time, f of x is equal to the square root of 3x squared plus 5x. So f of 2x is going to be equal to big square root 3 times the quantity 2x squared plus 5 times 2x. F of 2x is equal to the square root of 3 times 4x squared plus 5 times 2x. So f of 2x is the square root of 12x squared plus 10x. And there's no perfect squares that can come out of that to simplify, so I'm done with that one. Clear my canvas again, give myself some space. For this next one, we're going to find f of x plus h when f of x is equal to a negative 2x squared plus 2x minus 2. So f of x plus h will be equal to a negative 2 times the quantity x plus h squared plus 2 times the quantity x plus h minus 2. We're going to leave that negative 2 multiplier, and we're going to take care of our squaring first. So our f of x plus h is going to be a negative 2x squared minus 4xh minus 2h squared plus 2x plus 2h minus 2. Let's do one more of those. We want to find f of x plus h when f of x equals a negative 2x plus 5 in the numerator and a 5x plus 6 in the denominator. So f of x plus h is going to be equal to negative 2 times the quantity x plus h plus 5 in my numerator and a 5 times x plus h plus 6 in my denominator. That's going to be a negative 2x minus 2h plus 5 for my numerator and a 5x plus 5h plus 6 in my denominator. That is everything for this set of problems, and I will see you next time for finding the domain of a function.